Turn it up in your headphones. Yeah. Turn it up in your headphones. Live from the lab where the wax gets slashed. 2 mics, 1 vibe. Welcome to the podcast. Step in, track jumps like a chair got shot. Big laugh, big facts when I crack that thump. I'm the voice in your ride when you cruise that route. From the couch to the ground, let the vibe spill out. I'm the architect, flip clips and 2 cold grooves. Chop talk, slice drops, make the whole room move. Twist dials, thread files through the needle and dust. Every cut, that's a swing you can trust. We the back and forth bandits, tag team talk. Spin stories so hard that the clocks moonwalk. Every week, new heat for your brain to blast. Put your hands in the air, it's the podcast. Hey, this is the podcast. Turn it up, let it smash. From the first boat joke to the last, out loud, laugh. We got questions, we got cracks, we got beats that snap back. Hit play, podcast. You rockin' with the podcast. Here with Booker, I record the revolt in the room. Catch breath, catch jokes, catch truth, go boom. I'm the one in the booth with the wild ideas. Turn to O in your hungry ears. From the mic stand sermons to the side I roast. I'm your 2 real friend, I'm your chaos host. Raw thoughts, sharp cuts in a tight contrast. Every line sidewinder, that's the podcast. Got guests in the cut, got clips in the stacks. Pull facts like a rabbit out of brim, lean back. If you came for the bland, better switch that fast. Cause we talk that talk on the podcast. Yeah. This is the podcast. Turn it up, let it smash. Turn it up, from the first hot take to the last deep belly laugh. We got questions, we got cracks, we got beats that snap back. Hit play, don't cash. You rockin' with the podcast. When the feet drop heavy, y'all shout podcast. From the ride to the job, let the time fly past. One click, one tap, get your good vibes fast. Real talk, real fun, yeah, we built to last. Step that name in your brain, the podcast. Hey. Oh, this is the podcast. Turn it up, let it smash. Turn it up, from the first ball joke to the last. Out loud, loud. We got questions, we got cracks, we got beats that snap back. Hit play, who don't cares? You rockin' with the podcast. You rockin' with the podcast. Hey, you rockin' with the podcast.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to, as my stream deck, he said, welcome back to the podcast, the dark side of it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Podcast, your home for rational privacy, news, and observation. Leaving emotion at the door, talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I'm your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes. Joining me, as always, is the greatest producer of all time, the one, the only, the original, the red-headed Bella. How you doing tonight, Bella?
I'll be even better as soon as I can get my lovely bottle here open. It's been a long week.
You know what? We're all going to have fun. I'm going to leave the frame right here, and we're all going to watch you open it. And I'm not going to.
I'm not that bad.
I'm not going to say a word. We're going to ASMR this.
I am not that bad.
What do we drink?
I just had to find the spot.
It says many men. Okay. What are we drinking tonight, Belle?
This one is I had to go back to one of my go-tos of a horse soldier.
Horse soldier. I'll give you a round of applause for the whole. Baby, I'll give you. We are rusty, are we? I'll give you a round of applause for the whole.
Yeah, you're tripping over your words.
Yeah, I know. I'm back on 13 Colony. So the only thing I have left out here, I have to go to the store. By the way, I drank all the booze. Is all I have left is jet fuel. So this stuff is 120 proof. I've been averaging 80-ish, the Iowa bourbon, that kind of stuff. So odds are very good. I will drink the same amount of the 120 proof that I do of the 80 proof. So by the end of this, I'm going to be funny. I will be funny. The more I drink, the nearer I get to myself. And I think we're all going to get to experience a little bit of that tonight. Well, we've been out of town. Give me a break. What?
So do I need to tell Time Slayer that he needs to, stay at the airport with his buddy Braxton, who has just come back from deployment, and tell him, get ready to head your direction instead of here?
No, that's what I want. That's what I want as a returning a guy returning from deployment. Let me tell you what when I was there, man. Do you think is that what he wants to hear? Do you think? Let me tell you about. Oh, you think you had a hard time? Let me tell you about when I was there. That'll go over really well. So no, I think we'll take a pass on that.
I think the risk is greater of Braxton needing to be picked up off the floor.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it depends how much he can drink. If he's been over there, then he gets 2 beers a day, and that's it. That's the cutoff. You got to be higher enlisted, and you can get the hard stuff. But usually for the kids,
he's definitely not higher enlisted.
No, we keep them on 2 beers, and that's it. And a lot of that beer, if you look real close, is 3-2. You get the illusion of drinking beer, so you feel like you're home and an American and all this stuff. But it doesn't quite get you there. It doesn't work that way. Welcome to deployment.
Yeah, welcome back, Braxton.
Okay, yeah, welcome back, dude. Yeah, you weren't drinking real beer, but whatever got you through it. So, folks, yes, we were out of town. Apologize. Let me take a sip. I got a decently long monologue to get to. We're talking Jackal tonight, and the reason that we're talking Jackal instead of politics, and I had some good stuff heated up for politics, man. Pam Bondi went on there. It was dropping just nuclear bombs all across the top of that. I really wanted to cover that. But the Jackal Telegram's been heating up. We just got had a dev meeting up there, so we got excited. So, let's talk about Jackal. We haven't been there for a while. So, Belle, here you go. Cheers. Cheers. If you can make the clinky. There you go. It's closest that we can get. Drink up, guys. You're going to enjoy this one tonight. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, my God. That is paint thinner. Wow. That is good. That is just double yummy. So, yeah, as I said, the Jackal Telegram's been eaten up, and I like that. I like that. It means people are paying attention and that they're listening. And there's an awful lot of talk that is swinging back and forth right now, particularly around props to get the remaining Jackal people away from those foundation wallets. And there's some props that have been discussed. I don't know. Nothing's posted, but there's been some discussion around there. Clearly, we have contingency plans in place. Look, man, we're not going to leave the fate of Sigea Cloud up to a vote. So we have contingency plans in place either way, but I you know what? I'm just going to withhold my opinion on that. How about that? If they go up, if they get posted, we'll read them verbatim. We'll discuss them. I'll pro and con it, and we'll just kind of see where we land. Personally, I don't think it should be a single prop. I think it should be a series of proposals, and we'll kind of figure out where we land. But one of the important things, and it's something that I've been thinking about the entire time, is that the bleeding simply has to stop. All right, we already have 11.6% inflation on that, but 11.6% inflation at the current price is incredibly manageable. That is nothing, absolutely nothing as far as countering those kind of emissions. But I can't speak for what the foundation wallets are doing. I don't track it. I don't care. We're busy building apps. So whatever happens to be happening on that thing, I'm not really paying a whole hell of a lot of attention to it. I trust that everybody else is, and I just kind of leave it there. So I'm more than happy to comment on it. But we got into a little bit of the what if, and Bella and I were discussing it today, and we were talking to Aaron, and we were kind of kicking some of this stuff around. So I said, hey, you know what? Let's do a stream. Let's talk Jackal. Nobody's really talking about crypto anymore, but we are, because we are, in my opinion, the only real protocol that actually has a path forward. And I mean that against anybody. Any other protocol out there, was that we actually have a path forward, and it is the path forward is in Web 2, not in Web 3. We've been right about this for years. It just took us a while to get the right people in the right place to get this ship built out, and here we are. So I thought, let's go ahead and discuss it. We have some announcements that we're going to be putting out for Sigea storage, and it's going to be from henceforth referred to as Sigea storage. And yeah, so anyway, if you could, Jason, you're going to know exactly where to cut this one, bro. I think this should go out as a single video. Nothing really gets any views. You know what's funny? We're just a little, a nub of YouTube, and nothing really gets any views. But I put out a video about Vertiv and Eaton. You guys haven't heard of them. You probably have, because you see me wearing their logo on my shirt. But of two companies that I used to work for, one called Vertiv and one called Eaton. And my whole premise behind that is that when everybody is mining gold, AI gold, like they're doing now, you want to be the company that sells the shovels. These are two companies that sell shovels. And I did not see where it was at the closing bell, Jeff. But if you could go ahead and post it up in there, I'm thinking it may have gotten close to 250 at the closing bell. When I put out the videos on these things, Vertiv itself, because I was working for Vertiv at the time, was sitting at about $33 a share. And all I saw was upward trajectory on this one. Now, Vertiv did the right thing. They did what a corporation is supposed to do, not what crypto companies do, but what a corporation is supposed to do, is that when you have a CEO that ran it right into the goddamn ground, and we did. We had one that ran that son of a bitch stock all the way down to $25 a share. And people were talking about layoffs. Management was taking unpaid leave, which means you're taking 2 weeks off, but you're not getting paid to do it. You can't answer your phone. You can't do anything. You just disappear for 2 weeks into that corporate black hole, and you show up 2 weeks later. That's what was happening at that time. Now, since then, the last I looked at it, Vertiv was sitting at $245 a share, which is a very, very close to a 10x. We'll call it a 9.85x. And the reason that happened is because the CEO was fired. Action was taken, confidence was restored, the ship was put back on the right track, and it is now 10 times more valuable today than it was when that man was fired. That is the way traditional business works. It's not the way crypto works, but it's the way it should work. So I just find it interesting that video, and I went and looked it up, Bill, had 80 views. 80 views total. And this is when we were actually a better channel. It had 80 views. Both of those stocks over the last 5 years are up an astronomical amount. And I read their quarterlies today. Their quarterlies are meteoric. I mean, there is no other way. And by the way, Jeff, where you're going to run into trouble, there's no way you're going to maintain this through Q1. You will never hit those numbers again. Those things were that's like a corporate wet dream that just happened. You're not going to match that in Q1. You just won't, man. There's always going to be a down quarter, and it's going to be Q1 or Q2, man. So be smart. You know what I'm talking about, and there you go. So anyway, if you guys don't mind, and Jason, if you're watching, let's go ahead and start it here in 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to say good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the dark side of the podcast. I'm your host, Scott. And tonight we're diving deep into the Jackal protocol, that trustless data layer that's been quietly building in the shadows of the Cosmos ecosystem. Now, I know my audience, and I know you guys are sharp. You're all well-versed in Jackal. There's no need for me to get into the basics. We get it. Decentralized storage, self-custodial data, powered by the Jackal token for fee, staking, and governance. It's the blockchain that's all about securing your bits without anyone peeking over your shoulder. But let's just go ahead and cut to the chase. Jackal's been in a rough spot price-wise. We are sitting at around half a penny per token, with a market cap that's barely scratching 7 figures, if it even is now. Low liquidity, tiny daily volumes, and I mean tiny. It's like trading in a ghost town. And yeah, we've all heard the whispers. The team's been dumping tokens. These aren't whispers. These are confirmed facts. Add in the emissions that are creating that constant sell pressure. Block rewards are flowing out at about 55,000 jackals per day, split 40% to stakers and 60% to providers. At current prices, that's roughly $550 a day in downward force if it's all hitting the market, and I'm going to assume it is. It's real, it's frustrating, and it's keeping the price pinned down. But here's the flip side. The thing that's got me excited for tonight's stream. What if we flip the script? What if the data floodgates open thanks to 2 killer apps that are building on Jackal, Respawn and Sigea Cloud? These aren't just side projects. These are designed to pump real data into the network, driving demand for Jackal like never before because nothing existed before. Now, Respawn's all about next-gen cyber resilience. Think unbreakable backups for businesses that don't trust centralized clouds. And why should they? And Sigea Storage. That's your mobile-first, privacy-packed alternative to iCloud or Dropbox or Proton, putting decentralized storage right in your pocket. Now, our premise for tonight, data is the fuel. It's always been the fuel. More data means more storage contracts, more Jackal burned or bought for fees, and ultimately enough buy pressure to overpower those emissions. Now, I'm going to crunch some numbers. These are rough estimates. You can fact check me. I don't care. But they're based on real tokenomics. Jackal Storage runs $15 per terabyte per month paid in Jackal. That's very important that you understand that. Paid in Jackal. That means users have to buy tokens to lock in space, creating organic demand. Now, providers earn, stakers secure, but if adoption spikes, the net effect is upward. It is simply upward. So let's start with scenario 1, the enterprise awakening. What if, because we never seem to talk about this, but I thought it'd be fun to do it tonight. What if Respawn catches fire in the corporate world? Now, we're talking about a tool built for disaster recovery, backing up every file to Jackal's decentralized network, where no single point of failure can wipe you out. Imagine, let's explore a bit, guys, a mid-sized tech firm hit by ransomware. Bell and I spend a lot of time on the road, and guess what their big concern is? Ransomware. They switched to Respawn for resilience. Now, each company might start with, 5 terabytes of critical data. Emails, databases, the works. It doesn't take up that much space. But let's scale it up. What if Respawn lands 500 enterprise clients in the next 6 months? I personally think that's conservative if it works. And if they can't make it work, we will. Cyber threats are everywhere, and traditional backups are dinosaurs. They were 100% right about that. 500 clients at 5 terabytes each. That is 2.5 petabytes flooding the network. The reason I said that is because I keep seeing that number show up in the Telegram, 2.5 petabytes. At $15 per terabyte per month, that is $37,500 in monthly fees, or about 3.75 million Jackal at the current prices, and it's actually about 7.5 at 0.005. Now, daily, that is roughly 125,000 Jackal in buy demand from users stocking up to pay those contracts. Compare that to our daily emissions of 55,000 Jackal. Boom. We've already more than doubling the sell pressure with buy-side action. Providers get their cut, but the initial purchases happen on the open market. Guess what that does? It tightens supply. What if, and let's just explore. That's what we're doing tonight. What if those clients expand? Ransomware recovery is not a one-off. It's ongoing. Add in upsells, maybe automated daily backups, pushing another 1 terabyte per client per month. And why wouldn't you? You guys have no idea what corporations spend on this stuff. If tell them it's going to cost them an extra $15 per month, do you think they're going to balk? No. Suddenly, we're at 3,000 terabytes total. Fees hitting $45,000 monthly. The math flips. Net daily buy pressure exceeds emissions by 100,000 Jackal. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but come along with me. Price starts creeping up because it will. Let's say it goes to a penny. Let's say it goes to as liquidity improves. But let's dream bigger because that's what we're here for. We're the podcast. We dream big. What if Respawn goes global? Cyber resilience isn't just for the tech bros. It's for hospitals. It's for banks. It's for governments. I want you to picture a partnership with a major insurer. Bundle Respawn into policies, mandating decentralized backups for premium discounts. 10,000 clients? Plausible in a world where data breaches cost billions. Let me say that one more time, Bell. I'm not sure if they heard me in the back, so I'm going to say that one more time. Where data breaches cost billions. At 2 terabyte average per client, smaller orgs are jumping in. That's 20,000 terabytes. Monthly fees, $300,000 or 30 million Jackal. It's actually 60, but I'm splitting the difference here. Daily buy demand, 1 million tokens, closer to 2. What about emissions? Peanuts. Peanuts at 55K. We're talking price multiples here. Jackal hitting a nickel. As the market realizes, Jackal's not just a protocol. It's the backbone of a resilience revolution. Let's shift gears here just a little bit, guys. It's my show. I can shift gears. I like to shift gears. I'm good at shifting gears. But let's go to scenario 2. The consumer boom via Sigea storage. Now, this one's personal, and I'm sure you guys understand why. Who hasn't grumbled about iCloud spying on your photos or Dropbox hiking prices? Sigea Storage's mobile app changes all of that. AES 256 encryption, full privacy. Guess where it lands? Do you know where it lands, Bell? Lands on Jackal. It's decentralized storage right in your hand. Now, what if Sigea hits mainstream adoption? We will. Let's start small. Let's say that our grassroots marketing effort works and we get 100,000 users in year 1, each storing 50 gigabytes. That's photos. That's documents. The average phone hoard. I guarantee most of you are holding at least that much. Now, let's explore this. The total data is 5,000 terabytes. At $15 per terabyte per month, and we'll prorate it for smaller plans, but I'm just going to average it here. Fees rack up to $75,000 monthly, or close to 15 million Jackal daily. 250,000 tokens bought by us. Now, again, this swamps the 55,000 token emissions. Price stabilizes. And then it starts to climb. Not because people are buying the tokens, but because we're buying the tokens. But let's have some fun here. What if it goes viral? Mobile apps scale fast. Think TikTok levels, but for storage. A killer feature, which we have, seamless sharing with smart contracts, and that's what we're doing. Or integration with other Cosmos chains via IBC. I'm not counting on that. We're not marketing to that, but I'm not going to rule it out. I'm not going to throw it on the ground and say, nope, that'll never happen. The fuck do I know? It's not impossible with marketing pushes. But at 20 gigabytes per user, we free tier you for the hook. 2 gigs. You know how quick 2 gigs goes? That quick. But at 20 gigabytes per user, that is 20,000 terabytes. Fees, $300,000 per month. 60 million Jackal. Daily demand, just the daily, 2 million tokens. Now the sell pressure, I know it's coming because all of you guys that are holding this token right now are going to dump it at 2 cents, and you goddamn well know you are. That is a 400% increase from where you're sitting right now. I know you're going to say, no, I would never do that. You know you will. You are gone. You're gone. But we get an offset and then some. Do I see Jackal at 3 cents? You bet. And remember, Sigea's mobile first, just with Android. Billions of users. But what about Apple? 500 million users worldwide. That is 100,000 terabytes. $1.5 million in monthly fees. Am I wishful thinking? You bet your ass I am. But if I'm not wishing, if I'm not thinking wishfully, then why are we building this? But that is 300 million Jackal monthly. Monthly. The daily buy pressure of 10 million tokens. Emissions become irrelevant because we're in moon territory now. And that's Jackal pushing 20 cents or higher as scarcity kicks in, because we all know how this works. Now let's combine them. Scenario 3, this is my favorite, the synergy surge. Now, we have never personally talked to Patrick or Marston about this, but I was spitballing when I was writing this today, and I said, sure, let's talk about the synergy surge. Respawn and Sigea are not silos. They're symbiotic. They are. Businesses use Respawn for the heavy lifting. Employees sync via Sigea on mobile. What if they got some traction, we had traction, and we introduced some cross promotions to drive hybrid adoption? 2,000 enterprises from Respawn. It's 10 petabytes, plus 500,000 consumers from Sigea. That's an additional 10 petabyte. That's 20. The monthly fees of that would be $300,000, 60 million Jackal. But let's quantify the offset precisely. Current daily emissions, this is correct. 55,726 Jackal. This is based on 11.4% inflation on 178 million token supply. To neutralize that sell pressure, we need at least that much in daily Jackal buys for fees. At $15 per terabyte per month, daily fees per terabyte, 50 cents. So to generate $557 daily, we need 1.114 petabytes under contract. Jackal's current usage is 3 terabytes. Let me say it again. Their current usage is 3 terabytes, and that's the gap. But with our apps, closing it is not only feasible, it's inevitable. What if we make it? I know nothing in crypto ever makes it, but we're not a crypto app. I don't know how many times I've said that, but it never seems to get across. We're not a crypto company. We are just utilizing blockchain technology. So what if usage does hit 10 petabytes? The daily fees, $5,000 or 1 million Jackal buys. Net positive pressure, 445,000 Jackal daily. Price doubles. What if we hit 50,000 terabytes? It's $25,000 daily. 5 million Jackal. Emissions are drowned out. They're not even discussed anymore. Jackal's at a nickel. Market cap at $9 million. Do the math. Fact check me, G-Taurus. I know you love to do that, but you're going to see that I'm right. And if we factor in staking rewards, drawing in holders, 11% APR minus inflation, real yield around 0% right now. But what about price appreciation? Compounding magic. Now, of course, variables play in. Price rises, makes $15 per terabyte cheaper in Jackal terms at 2 cents. 750 Jackal per terabyte per month instead of 1,500. But demand elasticizes. Cheaper, effective storage pulls in more users. Providers scale up capacity. IBC integrations, maybe. With Base or other chains, bring cross-ecosystem data flows. And don't forget burns. If protocol upgrades introduce fee burns, and they've been talking about this. They were talking about it in the 2024 roadmap tease. Emissions effectively drop. Now, what if regulations hit? And this is my favorite part, Bell. Data privacy laws like GDPR favor decentralized solutions. I read every word of it. And they favor decentralized solutions. Do you know what that means? Because I don't think people are getting this. Respawn and Sigea position Jackal as compliant by default. Or maybe there's an AI boom. Agents need secure storage. Some of the most valuable data on the planet is AI data. Jackal's self-custodial edge wins. Greg from a cache bought Jackal for AI data. Imagine that scaling. These aren't pie in the sky. They're grounded in the app's traction. Respawn is solving real cyber pain. Sigea is nailing mobile privacy. The data deluge could offset dumps and propel Jackal. We're at the tipping point. Low cap, high potential. If these what ifs play out, I'm not even going to tell you the gains. I think you can do the math yourself. Now, that's my dive for the night. I'd love to know what you think because we want to talk with you, not at you. You can hit me up on X at DPodcast. Till next time, stay in the shadows, keep your data locked down, and we will talk to you next time. I'm sure you could see where you're supposed to end that cut there, Jason. And thank you. You know what? I think I got through that remarkably. I'm giving myself a round of applause, Bell. Huh? That's how fickle I am. But you got some kind of grumpy cat face going on here right now. Were the comments negative? Did nobody like my shtick there?
No. That's not. That's not what's going on.
Or were you so enamored by the sound of my voice? I got a little cold, guys. I'm a little nasally, and I apologize for that. But go ahead, Belle. What we got?
All right. So, Sigea fan chiming in with the very first question. With everything going on with Cosmos, is it wise to move most of all Jackal to the base chain, or is just having it on chain native Jackal safe enough?
For me personally, this is my opinion. This is not gospel. I haven't moved a single token over to base. It was a failure from the get-go. There was never going to be anything because of base, and suddenly people are going to see a low fucking token called Jackal and buy it. I'm well on record saying I don't care, and I care even less now. I don't see the point. I never understood the point. If you got it over there, you're likely stuck. I know the bridges are collapsing all over, but no, I have no interest in that. I really don't care. The outposts, all that stuff was a dead idea before it was even dreamt up and implemented. But that's my opinion. What the hell do I know? Belle, if you want to weigh in on that one, please go ahead. If not, next question, please.
I mean, my Jackal tokens are, hard at work on Astrovault, and they're staked to the Astrovault validator. So, I mean, I haven't bothered moving them to base.
I think the answer is you do you, bro. I'll leave it there. Go ahead, Belle.
All right. Deja 2023. Don't forget to mention Mr. Weak Sauce.
Mr. Weak Sauce.
All right.
I was reading. What the fuck? What the hell is Weak Sauce? I keep hearing that in the Telegram. Is that an internet?
Okay.
Is that what that is?
No, that is someone directly insulting Sith Lord.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Take it away, Belle.
Now, okay. I already said that's a good way to get muted on the Jackal unofficial price chat already. I'm actually I am much more tempted to make that happen now, because not only did you make that statement in that Telegram, but you came here to my show expecting us to laugh about that. We're all going through a rough time with Jackal right now, dude.
I don't know.
We all have very different viewpoints. It's fine to have different viewpoints, but the minute you sit there and start calling each other names, you have devolved that debate into a direct argument, and I will not tolerate that on my stream here. You've been warned. Do it again, you're banned.
There you go. I still don't know what weak sauce means. Am I that out of touch? I don't know what that means. Is that bad? If somebody calls me weak sauce, should I be offended, or should I really not care?
Oh, you don't have to get offended. I will handle it.
Okay, well, carry on, Bill.
All right.
Go for it.
Andrew Grote, how do you stake Jackal on base, or can you?
I don't believe you can. There's shit. What they landed on one of the worst dexes over there. I mean, this thing had a UI that is close. It's like a Windows user trying to suddenly use Linux. I mean, it was just a bad UI. I don't remember where they landed. I know it was on base. I don't remember what decks they landed on. I had explored it when I was over there, and it's just the time it took for it to refresh. I was like, yeah, I don't want anything to do with this. So I'm not sure how you do it. I know that there's a pool over there, I guess, but I have, you know what? I'll put out I'll move some tokens if it's still possible, and I'll show you how to do it. But for me personally, no, man, I just stick them on the validators. I want my tokens close to home. That's a me thing. It's not financial advice. Hope that answers the question, Bell. Carry on.
All right. So new type, and I'll answer this one myself. New type. Wait, it's Sigea storage now, no longer Sigea cloud. It's actually both. Sigea Cloud is the official name for the corporation, Sigea Cloud Labs Corporation. It's just easier to refer to the corporation as Sigea Cloud. Sigea Storage is actually just a slightly more specific name for what our first app can do. It's a very, very slight rebrand, but we felt that was the better move because we've got like 7 or 8 things on our roadmap now. We want them all to fall under the Sigea Cloud Corporation heading, but still be recognizable on their own individually.
Yeah, and we'll get into this in the next segment, and I will just leave you with 3 words: single sign on. I'll say it again: single sign on. I think you'll get it after the next segment. Go ahead, Belle. One more, and I'm going to play another song if I can find one.
All right, so Benji, Scott, like a Windows user trying to use Linux. Quote of the week.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong, Benji? He knows what I'm talking about there. You know, you got some of these Dexes that are incredibly user friendly, and then you got that shit on bass, and you're like, what the hell am I even looking at here? Am I doing it right? And let me give you, because we've been yelling about this for years. You have got to appeal to the least common denominator, not the crypto bros. If you want to surge, you need to appeal to the masses. Coinbase appeals to the masses. We all know about self-custody and that these guys are like the antithesis of all of that. But do you know why they're successful? Because it's real easy to get on there and it's real easy to figure out. It has always been about ease of use. This is universal in the tech world. Universal. There is some outstanding tech that is available out there, security tech, privacy, I mean, just all this stuff. But it is so convoluted, and it's built by engineers for engineers, meaning that the common person that really doesn't give that much of a shit can't figure it out. And let me give you a tip. If you can't figure it out in 10 seconds, you're not going to use it. You will click off and find the next thing in line. This is a universal truth in consumerism. And it just seems like crypto never picked up on that, Bell. They never did. Two of the easiest dexes to use, and I'm going to say it, I hate it, but I'm going to say it. Osmosis and Astrovault are the two easiest dexes to use out here. Everything on base, you got to learn something before you can use it. And I want you to think about the average dabbler's attention span. It's not long enough to click through your tutorial. I don't have a song queued up, Bell, but I will as soon as you answer this next question. And I blow my nose because this cold is starting to hit me. So go ahead, one more, Bell, and then we'll move on.
All right, so Sigea fan, drop in the comment during your monologue saying this will make a great standalone video.
You know, I hope it will. I hope it will. And that's all we got. All right, Bell, I don't even know what song this is, but we're going to go ahead and play this one next. So if you could, guys, I need a different soundboard up here so I can control everything from the stage, but I don't have any money. I have to save all my money to pay my developers and our staff and all that stuff. So Scott has to do without. So I have to run over to the control desk to queue up songs and stuff like that. So thank you guys for indulging me on this. We're going to go ahead and play a song. We're coming back. We have some Sigea storage updates, some Sigea cloud updates, and a little bit more speculation if we got time. Please keep your questions coming. You know, we want to talk with you, not at you, but we will be right back here on the podcast on the KPOD network. Hope you like the song.
Rust on the rails, shadow of the chain. Heart keeps beating, but it don't feel the same. How many miles can a man still crawl before he ain't no man at all? Oh, shadow, shadow of the chain, dragging my soul through the dirt and the rain. Shadow, shadow of the chain, break it, but it stays the same. Laughing on the devil's face. Every step forward feels like a disgrace. Hands on my back, pushing me down. Voice in my head says, don't make a sound. Can't find the end of this road. Can't find the place where the pain lets go. Oh, shadow, shadow break it, but it stays the same. Dust on my tongue, blood on my shoes. Every turn I take feels like I lose. Oh Lord, I'm calling your name, but I'm still trapped in the shadow of the chain. 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 Break it, but it stays the same.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. It seems like I was begging for that. I'll tell you what, if somebody will tip Bella $1, because we're testing, I'm testing emotes tonight. So if someone will tip Bella $1, she'll smash a cupcake into her face, and she'll just smear it around and throw it on the ground. So let's see $1. Yeah, I don't know if she's got a cupcake handy, but that'd be funny if that's where the bar was. Well, yeah, $1, and she'll smash a $4 cupcake on her face because she goes to those uppity places, you know, where you raise your little pinky and you get these super fancy cupcakes. I haven't had a cupcake for like 11 months now. By the way, guys, 171 pounds, 171 now. So I've been, I've really been sticking to my diet, and between you, me, everybody, I really don't want to go much lower in weight. I don't want to be a 160-pound guy. Can you guys see me at 160? This shirt is like a fucking parachute on me right now. It used to fit. 171. I'm very, very proud of that. All right. Anyway, Belle, we got some. Yes.
And okay, no cupcake necessary, which is really good because yeah, there's a certain condition that keeps me from eating them.
Well, I didn't say you were going to eat it. I said you're going to smear it all over your face. That's like,
no,
you're not going to ingest enough sugar to spike your insulin level or to spike your blood sugar. Just smash it on your face.
Just looking at that would spike my blood sugar
I'll
level.
tell you what. We'll make a deal for you guys. Tomorrow night, I will personally deliver Belle 3 cupcakes. And if you tip her $1, which I've spent $15 on these cupcakes, she'll smash them on her face. Is that what it takes in modern modern internet to get people to tip $1? $1, and she'll smash it. That's funny right there. I think that's funny. It's like the Who smashing their guitars.
Robbie, okay, so before you even threw that out there, so Robbie actually flat out tipped us $1.99.
Look at there. There we go. We're in the green tonight, guys. We're in the green. I'm paying my development crew about $280 an hour to sit there and type away and hack away to make privacy a reality. But I'll take the $1.99, brother, and I cannot thank you enough. Belle owes you a cupcake smash. She'll do it. She does it. I've seen her do it, man. It's horrific. It is absolutely horrific. But I would like to experience that with you because we're all about life experiences now. That seems to be the modern internet. It seems to be all about that. And what were you throwing around? What word were you throwing around? Am I weak sauce now? Did I become weak sauce?
No,
I don't
and you know what?
I don't know how to use
No.
that. I don't know how to use. Nobody tells me shit.
Well, that's because no one's gonna use it to talk about you,
Next
so
time. All
you
right,
don't
Bill.
need to know.
Couple questions, and then whatever's really, really relevant, because then I do want to talk about Sigea Cloud. We have some good updates, guys. I think you'll like this.
All right, so Sigea fan, whatever happened to those SEO folks that were going to work with y'all? Well, they're still working with us. We've got a meeting with them tomorrow.
Yeah, they're still there. Carry on, Bill.
All right, new type. So when launch dates for Sigea and Respawn? I think we are a lot closer to officially launching and not in beta than Respawn is.
Yeah, this is actually really, really cool, and it's a good question, Bill. I mean, you can mute me if you want to, but I know you won't do it. What we did is we scoured the earth for a real app developer. I'm just going to kind of leave it there. And what we did during this interview process, this was pretty simple. So, hi, this is me. Hi, this is you. Okay, send me a link to all of the apps that you currently have on the store. And I got this list, and I was like, yeah, I think that's our guy. And that's how easy it actually is. When you're looking for an app developer, let me look at the apps that you've actually developed that have your name on them, that I can go to the GitHub, that I can check it out. I know, who would have thunk it, right? And yeah, we found him. And we went out. That's why we were out of town last week, because we went out to meet him, shake his hand. He was actually already cranking away. He actually gave us like 120 hours for free. I love that. But yeah, he went and got to work before we even shook hands. And I was like, okay, yeah, we're there. And it's my confidence is very, very high. There's growing pains that come along with doing what we're doing. And I'm sure anybody who's ever worked in tech understands that there's growing pains. And the pain is usually the dollar sign. And we experienced that, but we're past that now. So now we actually have the right people in the right place to actually make something. And we're going to discuss a couple of those things right now. So why SigeaCloud.io is actually up. And I would love it. There's a wipe that's going to happen again. We have to do it. But if you guys could, please go to SigeaCloud.io, select 300. We give you 2 gigabytes for free. Select 300 generic images. I don't care what they are, documents. It doesn't really matter. They're all encrypted. We can't see them. Upload all of them, because I want to blast and make Aaron pee his pants. So if you guys could do that, I see that there's like 8 or 9 people on the stream tonight. That's plenty of files. But if you guys could upload everything that you have, just a whole bunch of images, videos, whatever the fuck you got, send them all up, 2 gigabytes for free forever. They're going to disappear. We're going to be doing another wipe. We have to do another wipe. But what you're going to experience, and this is kind of cool, is Min.io. That's what you're going to experience. And you're going to see the speed difference between where we were and where we are. There's a reason that we did this. There's a reason that we made the decisions that we did. And tons of it, we're about to get into it, me and Bell. But if you could, SigeaCloud.io, sign up for an account, Google, Apple, doesn't matter. Pick your poison and blast them up. All of the accounts are going to be wiped. All of the data is going to be wiped shortly. And I mean like tomorrow or the day after. So send it up, blast it, and let's make Aaron pee his pants, because I think that would be funny. And yeah, go ahead and rack up 2 gigs, send it up. It takes no time whatsoever. We're using Min.io, and I know a couple of you guys are gonna be going to Grok or Google and saying, what the fuck is Min.io? But you're about to see it. So please upload a whole shitload of files. They're gonna be gone. Nobody can see them. We can't see them. And there you go. But please go ahead and blast it. this is our, like, we'll call it the final little kick in the ass to see, make sure everything's working real well before the wipe. And then we'll get into what we're going to be doing and why we're doing it and why the apps, mobile apps are offline right now and so forth and so on. But we're going to talk about it right now. Belle's got a big old list of why we did what we did. Are you all right to discuss this, Belle, or do you want me to take this?
Well, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine discussing it.
All right, Belle's going to discuss it. We put out our release. You guys all saw it. If you didn't, it's on the Sigea Cloud Telegram. Take a look. That's why we did what we did. Belle's going to discuss the why. And we didn't really want to discuss this until we were further along. But guess what? We're further along now. So, Belle, go ahead and tell them what we did. We just discussed this recently, meaning like 3 hours ago. Let's give everybody an update. We build in wide open. So go ahead and talk about it.
Well, and not only that, this also kind of wraps in a lot of the conversations that I was having one-on-one with people last week. And it's amazing what happens when you just listen to people.
Yep.
So I'm not doing any crypto deep dives this time. I'm talking straight to the Web 2 world. You know, there's millions of regular folks using their phones every day.
There are.
We all know the drill. You know, you take a lot of pics, you get a lot of little documents, you get voicemails filling up your phone storage. And then on iPhone, iPhone tends to start nagging me to upgrade. Yeah, it's a pain. Everybody, no matter what device they're on, has this problem. So, meanwhile, if you're uploading things to Google Drive, they're scanning everything. Dropbox, which, oh boy, we've gotten some feedback about Dropbox lately. They're quietly but constantly hacking up their prices. Okay, it's really convenient until it's not. Until you get locked out, you pay more than expected, or you have to wonder who's really looking at your family pics and private documents, or old man who's looking at your naughty pics. Trust me, not everyone wants to see that. Come on. All right. But our big goal, at least as far as Sigea storage goes, which is app number 1, our big goal is to change all of that. You pay with cash, whether you're using Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit card, just whatever feels normal to you. I mean, some people have actually paid us, in crypto using Stripe. We've got, again, you need to keep an eye on the payments section of the apps that we build because there's more options to come. We handle all the rest of it behind the scenes. We buy the storage on Jackal on your behalf. It secures your files in a decentralized manner with no need for you to touch tokens or wallets or go through the headaches and hassles of, okay, do I get to claim tax loss on this or what? No, because you're actually buying just the amount you need for the storage on our back end. It's less for you guys to worry about. And it's seamless, just like upgrading iCloud, but better. And why is it better? Let's run the what ifs on this little privacy focused app and how we're growing from a nice alternative to a global powerhouse for everyday consumers. So, taking into consideration the everyday privacy shift, it's 2026 to 2027. And yet we see another big headline. Massive data breach at a popular cloud service. Millions of personal files exposed. People start questioning, do I really want my photos, my tax documents, my health records just sitting on servers that can get hacked or subpoenaed? Privacy isn't just for techies anymore. It's for parents going to after school programs, taking a video of their kid in a performance so they can share that video with grandma or grandpa and say, hey, look how good he or she did. It's for parents who don't want images of their newborns posted on social media until they're ready to announce. We are literally stepping in as a very pleasant switch. We get a free lifetime of 2 gigabytes of storage to start. That's literally enough for your essentials with no strings attached. If you want to upgrade, you can. We've got several different plans that are absolutely affordable. There's transparent pricing. We are not going to sit there and charge you a hellacious upcharge with no explanation. And once you're locked into a tier, we're not going to up the price with no notice whatsoever. We can't do that. So, say you get the $2 to $3 a month plan for 50 to 100 gigabytes. That is actually competitive with iCloud if you think about how we're built. Not only are you paying a reasonable amount, you can also rest assured that anything you send up is encrypted by your device itself before it even touches our servers. I mean, a lot of people pay good money for the ability for encryption to happen once their data hits those servers. Once your info hits our servers, we can't see a thing. I mean, we're doing the John Cena hand motion here. Yeah, no, we can't see anything. Who else gives you that? So we're buying the storage on Jackal on your behalf. We're paying the fees in Jackal, but you're just tapping to pay with your card, or hitting the double button to pay with Apple Pay or Google Pay, whichever device you're running. I'm on an iPhone. I just know how this works. Don't judge me here, guys. So you're also going to get incredibly fast syncing. You're going to get reliable access anywhere because, again, we are not only web-based, but we are on Android and iPhone as well. One of the big things that's coming in, and one big change we've made, when you're logging in to use our app, it's a lot easier to log in now. You can literally just use Face ID, your thumbprint, whatever. You don't have to sit there and use your Apple sign in and then on top of that create a password. It's happening. It's done. That alone makes us feel a lot safer and a lot better. Fast forward 6 months. Anyone who's using Sigea, they're going to be sitting there looking at their iPhone going, my storage on my device isn't full. And I'm getting 2 gigabytes for free and it's not being stored on my phone. I don't have to pay Apple any more money than I already do.
No.
We
Fuck
all
Apple.
we all have those apps that we are sitting there and month after month after month we're paying a bill on without even thinking about it. And a lot of those we don't even use anymore. Sigea is designed to actually be used. So, what's going to happen when people start realizing this? You're going to see this popping up in Reddit threads, in privacy and parenting subs. Maybe a partnership with a VPN or antivirus app, bundling us as a secure storage add-on. Users are averaging about 40 gigabytes paid now. More trust means uploads, which means we've got a plan for them to increase their storage limit, and we're going to scale. In the meantime, the more people are sending up data through our little app is actually sending that info over to Jackal. Now, I don't know how many of you have paid attention, but per the tokenomics of Jackal, the value of the Jackal token is derived from usage. So the more data gets pushed through us over to the Jackal chain, the token value just increases. And meanwhile, again, all of that data is safe, it's secure, it's wrapped in AES 256. It is not easily hackable at all.
It's not hackable
we've
at
got-
all.
we've got a little more time, that we can say, okay, we are legitimately quantum resistant because we have built it to be a pain in the butt for even quantum computers to breach. Good luck there. Anyone who has the funding available to rent time on quantum computers. It's not cheap. So, again, really, this goes back to the base model that we have been recommending this entire time. People pay with credit or debit card or ACH, however they want to pay. Money comes into us. We buy tokens on back end as needed. That way, users don't have to worry about all of that headache, all of that hassle. Our servers send the files up to Jackal, which is fantastic. And boom, more Jackal tokens are required because those tokens that we buy to pay for the storage are getting sent out to pay the storage providers. This is literally a fantastic thing, causing everybody to win. Users are loving it because it's not crypto storage. It's just better cloud storage. It's cheaper long term because we don't do those endless micro hikes that are popular with every freaking cloud storage company in existence. We're faster in a lot of cases, but again, keep in mind the way our software works, your device is the one encrypting your data. So there is going to be a little bit of a lag as your device does the work to send it up to our servers. Now, considering the number of hacks that happen on a daily basis, that's not a bad thing. The regulations right now help too. So new privacy laws are actually making centralized options riskier. We win by default. The flywheel keeps spinning, happy users refer friends, reviews pile up. It's not impossible for a mobile app solving a universal pain point to become popular. We could potentially provide hundreds of thousands of terabytes with a massive fiat revenue, get Jackal's data layer humming at scale. Yeah, we can force them to scale. Now, again, as New Type was just pointing out, okay, the name of the corporation, Sigea Cloud, it's starting small, but it's appealing to a big, huge group of people throughout various industries. You pay normally, you get the privacy you didn't know you needed, and you ditch the creepy, expensive alternatives. It's the pleasant choice in a world that's getting less trusting of big tech clouds. And again, I know this for a fact based on some of the conversations we've had over the last several business trips. Scott, how many critiques did you get to hear about Dropbox?
You know, the interesting one that I ran into was actually at CES. And we ran into one of those production companies, and they said, we have one of our consumers that are storing 176 terabytes of data, and they're really pissed off at Dropbox. I gave them our card. I said, we fix it right now, this very moment. And yes, we're still in discussions. But it really goes a lot deeper than that. As much as I would get very emotionally aroused at 176 terabytes, that doesn't even scratch the surface for what we can do. So it's great for a start. They're young guys, they're excited, they're ready to, everything's ducky. But I'm like, that ain't gonna do it for us, man, because we need 176 petabytes. So it just inspired me to keep going out and keep looking, because they're just barely skimming the surface of what we can do, and I can't wait to get back out there, because that's what I do. That's what Bell does. We're out here to sell the goddamn thing. We got the devs to build the thing. It's built. Now we need the guys to sell the thing. That's where me and Bell get to come in here and shine. So I'm very, very excited about all of this shit. So while I appreciate the Telegram sniping, and I tune in, I look at it. Sith Lord, you're still my guy, bro. I know you're jaded as all fuck, and I get it. I get it, man. You've been through the fucking ringer on this shit, man. So you know I'm there with you. But you guys are thinking too small, man. That's really where it comes down. You're thinking way too fucking small on the potential of what we actually have here. So for those of you who did actually go to SigeaCloud.io, create a new account, you can see how fucking easy it is now, and uploaded some data. I appreciate that. Now, let's do this at scale. Because the reason that we did everything that we did is because we came to an inflection point. We realized that we have tech debt to hell and gone. Now, the engineer folks are going to understand what I mean by that, but we had tech debt to hell and gone, and we needed to simplify it. So we got the right people in the right places to simplify it. We stripped away all of the minutia that was going on up here, and we made it easier. And the reason that we are now Sigea Cloud as an SSO, that means a single service online, that we come in as a single online login. The reason that we did that is going to become readily apparent inside of the next month or two. But for now, it's going to be covering Sigea storage before we get to the rest of it. I am not the least little bit concerned about us getting traction, because we are so far the only people who can do it, period. Blockchain is the way, not crypto. You notice how I'm not saying crypto, how I am saying blockchain. Blockchain is the way forward in all of this. And any data that you send up to us right this second at SigeaCloud.io is going straight to Jackal. Straight to Jackal. So if you think I was excited before, you haven't seen anything yet. I'm doing my very, very best, Bell, to contain my enthusiasm, because I know that we are going to take this shit by storm. Because when I decide to send you a dick pic and you decide to sue me, Bell, for sending you said dick pic, I get to delete it, and it's gone, It never existed, ever. And the only technology that enables us to do this is blockchain technology. All we needed were the right experts, and we got them. You want to? Go ahead, smile at the camera, Belle. Show everybody. Look, you're on screen. Tell them, because you know I'm fucking right here.
Actually, I was laughing at Idiot Fish's comment, aka Fisherman. He still has not gotten his original use or his updated username back on YouTube. But all right, so he flat out says food porn counts. It's all data.
And I'd agree with that, bro. I do.
I cannot argue that point. That was great.
It was because I don't eat carbs or sugar, and it's disappointing to me every single day when I wake up and realize that I'm gonna eat I'm gonna eat soy and green. All right, Christine, you know what I mean by that, because I think you're probably the only person who's seen that movie. Because I wake up every day and I eat soy and green, but I consider food porn, and I do. Just some fat person eating spaghetti, and I'm like, yeah, you go, boy, you get that, you get that spaghetti in there. We're very, very excited. Let me address a couple of things right here. We just had a meeting with our dev and why we did what we did. So the Sigea cloud and why we have pivoted our verbiage just a little bit. Your single Sigea cloud login is now going to enable you to use that login for every single Sigea cloud app. Sigea Cloud Labs is our corporation, and any app that comes out from us is going to be branded by Sigea Cloud. So whether it be Sigea Storage, Sigea Talk, Sigea... Oh, I almost did it again. I almost said the next one, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not that tuned up. But a single login is going to get you into our suite of apps that are all based on your personal privacy. And I understand that most people don't care. So we had to bake features into these apps that people will care about. That's what we did. Show me right now the app that will let you transfer immediately, share with your friend or neighbor a 32 gigabyte file. Show me that app. Go ahead, type it in. I'd like to address this right now because through my exploration, there isn't a single consumer app out there that will do that. There's plenty that are built by engineers for engineers that will do that, but none that have the ease of use that we do. We had to pull down a lot of stuff, man. We made this way too open. That was the original Sigea, and we've tightened it up. We've tightened it up because we're a security app that had some security holes. Now, nobody's data was exposed. Don't worry about that. But we had to make this as user-friendly as we possibly could, and we weren't quite there. Now we are. So we might have taken away a little bit of the glitz, but we put in an awful lot of the functionality, and I'm sure you guys are going to appreciate that. I sure hope you do. But we had to make a couple of pivots. It was pretty radical, but we made the decision. We either do it now or we try to explain it at scale, and we chose to simply do it now. It's all coming. It's going to be there very, very soon. If I had a date, goddamn good and well, I would give it to you. But it's going to be on my device before it's on anybody else's, because I want to be the first person to do it correctly and to NFT it, Bell. And to NFT it, because people still give a shit about that out here in the crypto world. Anyway, Bell, if you're all done, go ahead and finish
I am
up.
actually going to make another point with
Please
the way
do.
the way things are being built. Updates to our testers are going to be so much easier.
Yep, there was that as well.
Just saying.
We were doing an awful lot of things wrong, man. I wish I could say that we were Johnny on the spot, man, but we weren't. And go ahead.
Well,
I'm the one who gets the ire. All right, I'm the one who approved it,
Hey.
gave the thumbs up. Now, you know what? Just enjoy your position as CEO. Let me go ahead and take the fire because that's my job. We made some decisions that could have been questionable. Now, no data was ever exposed during this thing. But in my rush to get it to market, I could have done better. Now we did. So if you got any fire, man, it's coming my way. Go ahead. Belle will stand up for me if she'd like to. I would certainly appreciate it because nobody stands up for me. You notice how I'm shrinking down on the screen here, Belle? You like that? I'll just keep lowering the microphone. But yeah, it's you always try to get the shit out as fast as you can. Move fast and break things. That was kind of the attitude. And I did move fast and I did break shit. But we've gotten it fixed up. And that I think the end result is going to be well worth your time. So I certainly appreciate you guys enduring me. Now, what's this going to do for Jackal? Big things. I'll just leave it there. Jeff, big things. It has nothing to people buying the token, man. That's where we got it right and nobody else did. We got it right and everybody else fucking missed. It has nothing to do with people buying the token. We're going to buy the goddamn token. We have to buy the token. We're obligated to buy the fucking token because only Jeff's going to get all of the security and layers of security that we actually need to make this thing do exactly what we said it's going to do. And we're on it. But getting up to this point, there were a couple of hiccups. The good news, I will give you this, is that it didn't cost you anything. We didn't dump tokens to pay for production. We didn't do any of that shit. It's our money, our dime, our stress, our fucking life-altering shit that we went through to get it there. But we did finally get it there. So I appreciate you guys enduring us for this. We're excited. We're beyond excited. I mean, just amazing. I don't think people are quite understanding this, Belle. I don't think they're quite understanding. Well, I'm going big screen so people can see me looking at you. I don't think they quite understand what we're giving to the world. Because once it's out, Belle, it will never come back. Once it's out, once Pandora's box is open, it can never be closed again. Ever. It's out of our hands. The second we hit release, second we hit commit, second we hit it's out there, it's fucking out there. And I could not be more excited about the journey that's in front of us for this shit. So we go from 10 to 100 to 1,000 to 10,000 to 100,000 to 1,000,000. And when we hit that number, trust me, this stream is going to be a little bit more active. If nothing else, I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, Belle, questions, comments, concerns, observations, please go.
All right. So next one coming in from Aaron. Well, we were trying to get someone to tip me $1, which had already happened.
Yeah.
But Aaron, I have no money, just Jackal.
Dude, you know what? I'll take the Jackal. Do you know what data futures are, Aaron? I'll tell you what, the Jackal that you tip us right this second is going to be worth 10 times what it's worth when you tipped it to us. So I would love that kind of profit margin, bro. All right. I've been buying Jackal because they're data futures, not because I expect it to go up, because I fucking know it will. The math is the math, bro. And I don't even need to bring you on here to verify it, man. I know what the goddamn math is. So I'm more than happy to accept Jackal's tips and fucking thank you, man. Because that $1 tip just became a $100 tip. And I love you for it. Go ahead, carry on, Belle.
All right. So Mel talking about me apparently smashing a cupcake in my face. And
you should definitely do that. It was a great idea.
Yeah, no. Mel is volunteering as my tribute and going, okay, I'll eat it.
Good. No,
Okay.
You can't eat it. You got to smash it and smear it all over your face. Was I not clear? Did I not explain this correctly? Bring her on the next fucking stream. Someone will tip her $1 and she'll smash cupcakes on her face. That is funny. That is funny to me. I would find that hilarious. I don't understand. Maybe I didn't explain it right. Carry on, Belle.
All right. So Idiot Fish, a.k.a. Fisherman, since he doesn't have his original YouTube name anymore.
I know who he is.
I do too. Yeah, talking to old man. You got to get those porn numbers up.
Dude. You know what? We got
Really?
something on the books already, and once we actually hit the store and launch, we got a distribution system that's going to be going beta really, really quick. And believe it or not, Belle disagrees with this, or maybe she doesn't. I don't know, because we haven't talked about this a lot. But I'm actually, oh, you know what? I'll go full screen so you can see her expressions, because I have to look at them. We're eyeballing the adult entertainment industry. I am seriously, that is the money shot, not in a sexual way. In a, holy shit, look at all the data that we actually pushed up on Jackal. We have a distribution system, a content distribution system that we're building. The same way Jackal needs apps built on top of it, Sigea needs apps built on top of it. We don't expect anybody else to do it, so we're fucking doing it ourselves. And one of the biggest places that I'm looking in, I've always considered this the most natural symbiosis on the planet, is adult entertainment and blockchain technology. Adult entertainment has always led tech innovation throughout the history of adult entertainment and tech innovation. Adult entertainment has always been at the forefront of it. They have literally driven innovation. People don't need 1 gigabyte up and 1 gigabyte down bandwidth in their home system for fucking spreadsheets or in emails, Belle. They don't. They need it for porn. They need it for movies. They need it for entertainment. And I am 1,000,000,000% right on this. So I said, hey, and I spitballed it out to our devs, and I said, hey, what could we do about this? And they gave me the answer, and it took about, 5 seconds about that?
Okay. So, no, it wasn't you spitballing that out. It was our casino host telling us, oh, well, yeah, I mean, next week we've got a big adult entertainment convention. I think that you guys might have a possibility of getting some work done out there. So that's how that started. But the problem I have with you putting it out there specifically for adult entertainment is because your vision's getting like this.
Because
narrow.
it's the right.
That tunnel's getting microscopic,
It is
and you
not.
need to think bigger.
I am thinking bigger, but the very first thing I'm thinking of is every single time I see a Twitter post of adult entertainment star or starlet that said, I'm done with the industry. I wish I could get back my content and pretend it never happened. There's only one platform on the planet that could do that.
You are too focused on adult entertainment and not looking at entertainment industry as a whole.
And
I'm just saying.
And I'm willing to entertain that. And we can continue to have this conversation. But I'm thinking of something very, very specific right here, because that particular niche that I'm looking at is almost $1 trillion annually. Belle, what are you thinking that's going to I'm fine with just shy of $1 trillion annually. I'm okay with that. I think that's enough. I think small, and I think narrow, and I think microscopic, and I think right in the scope. And I'm like, babe, we got that. We are the absolute perfect platform for that. Between adult entertainment and Belle, look at me. Look at my eyes. Music. That's where we need to be, and we can have that beta out in 2 weeks. That's what it'll take for us to put that fucking beta out.
You might not want to put a timestamp on having the beta out until our developers actually give the go-ahead.
Well, I mentioned that to our developers, and I said, how long will it take you to do it? And he said 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm going to err on the side of hope. I love hope. I'm a big fan of hope.
I love hope too, but I've got to err on the side of caution regarding the company. So
yeah. And I know, and I go another way. I go a different direction. But if we start tapping that market, we won the internet just like that. So for all of these artists or entertainers who decide enough's enough, I'm taking back all of my content. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. It's like it never fucking existed. There is never. Who's heard this expression before, guys? I'm going to go big screen for this, Bell. Who's heard this expression before? The internet is written in ink. Who has heard that expression before? Because I'm telling you, we make it not so. And disruptive tech moves slowly and then all at once. That's how it's always been. And we're sitting on the golden goddamn ticket. I could not be more excited about what we're doing. Anyway, Belle, we are wildly over time, and we got another show tomorrow night. So if we have any additional questions, comments, concerns, or observations, please bring them up.
All right, so Sigea fan, fuzzy slippers.
Do you like them? I think they're pretty cool tonight, man. Look, they're bear claw slippers. They're polar bear slippers. They're white and black. I hope you guys appreciate. It's cold out here. I'm still in Iowa. It's still February. It's a little cold out here, so I wear the fuzzy slippers. And you know what? She bought them for me. So if she says she didn't like them, then fuck it. Choose better, Belle.
You know what? I've got fuzzy slippers on too.
Okay, well there you go. Carry on, Belle, please.
Yeah, just saying. I mean, hopefully, yeah. Hopefully that's not long enough on screen for the mouse to flag us.
Is that Mike Wachowski? Is that what those are? That's look like Mike Wachowski. Or I got that wrong. Anyway.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
All right,
all right. That was actually the last one for the moment.
I'm going to leave you big screen, Bell. We're over time. Please talk us up. Take us out of here. We will be back tomorrow night, guys. We got a lot to talk about. You wouldn't believe it. Anyway, Bell, please get us out of here.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who joined us this evening, we cannot say thank you guys enough. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys and the comments and questions you send our way. Now, with that being said, we are going to be back on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. In between now and then, if you guys have any other comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to either Scott or myself, Scott@thepodcast.com or Bella@thepodcast.com, and we'll get those answered for you. Again, we can't thank you enough, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Shh.